Hi, I'm Jamie, and on today's episode of Would Jamie Eat It, we're talking grass-fed versus grain-fed beef. We're going to find out if Barkley has a rumen, and then I'll give my product review. So, here we go. Welcome back to episode 2 of Would Jamie Eat It. Next to me here, this beef is Barkley Poole. And today we're talking beef, but before we do that, Bark, tell us about episode 1.
Episode 1 was great. Thanks everybody for watching. I think we rolled this program out very nicely with that one. The topic of cheese is a big one with people, as we talked about. I'm sure we'll talk more about cheese as we go along. But thanks everybody for watching. Thanks Samantha for your submission. We want more submissions. We happen to have a really good one today, which I'll tell you about in a few minutes.
Okay, thanks Bart. So today, like I said, we're talking beef. This topic came up in a talk I just gave, and it's a prominent topic. The topic of grain-fed versus grass-fed beef.
Like people were asking you about it?
Yes. There's a confusion or people don't understand the differences between the two. So let me clarify a little bit. So Barkley, you cannot digest cellulose, right?
That's what you tell me.
Yeah. Last week we talked about cellulose and how our bodies are not able to digest it. Well, cows can digest it. They have what's called a rumen. Bark, you do not have a rumen.
No.
What a rumen is it's another part of the stomach that digests cellulose and grasses. And so when a cow is grazing on grass, it can digest that cellulose, digest the grasses, and reap the full amount of nutrients from those grasses.
Okay.
And so one thing we were talking about earlier was the statement of we are what we eats. Meaning that whatever the cow eats gets condensed into its beef or its muscle, and then we eat it.
Okay.
And so on the flip side, you have grain-fed cows that are fed corn, soy, byproducts of other substances that get mixed in with that. And basically the point to doing that is to get these cows fatter quicker, because price of a cow is based upon weight, right? The problem though is a lifetime of being grain-fed can create sickness. So Bark, if you ate hypothetically dirt, yummy. If Barkley ate dirt for consistently throughout his life, he's probably going to get sick, right?
I would think
You'd
so.
go to the doctor, you'd probably have to get on medications.
Yes.
There's nothing different between Barkley and a cow that's eating grains, right?
Yeah, we're pretty
Perfect.
similar.
So what happens though is this cow can get sick and it has to go on antibiotics to prevent it from dying.
You're compensating for the unnaturalness of the...
You got it. Yeah. But in the same scope, we are what we eat. Is that muscle of the cow is having antibiotics condensed into it. We're eating that as well. And for me, that's no good. So I'm a big advocate of grass-fed. But I know there's a lot of confusion about it, the differences between it as well. Barkley, you asked me earlier when we were discussing this topic a bit, is as a dietitian, do I add it into my diet?
Beef.
Beef,
Yes.
And I do. I've tried vegetarian, I've tried vegan, and I'm not opposed to those things, but I just found after trial and error, for me, I'm going to add meat or specifically grass-fed beef into my diet just because of the nutrient composition that it provides to me.
Right.
So, that being said, it trickles right into what our submission is today, right?
Yeah, so we have a submission from Tony from St. Louis, who has a question about a specific brand of beef that he likes to eat, he likes to buy for his family. So he sent that in for us, and we'll see. We'll take a look and see if Would Jamie eat it.
Very good.
Okay, here we go.
Hi Jamie, this is Tony from St. Louis, and I wanted to submit for your review Laura's beef, grass-fed and organic. Just been a lot of talk about beef. If it's good for you, generally is beef good for you, and I think organic and grass-fed's better for you. But I just wanted to see if Would Jamie eat it. Honk, 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 let's go blue!
All right, thank you, Tony, for that submission. Coming at us strong.
Thank you, Tony.
He wants to know about Laura's lean beef, man. Would Jamie eat it?
All right, let's simply break it down into the good, the bad, and the verdict.
Yep.
The good is that grass-fed beef contains higher levels than grain-fed of omega-3 fatty acids, CLA, which is conjugated linoleic acid, which helps to prevent heart disease.
Okay.
It also contains higher levels of vitamin E, which is a wonderful antioxidant, and nutrients such as beta-carotene, zinc, iron, and a plethora of other nutrients.
Lots of great stuff coming in. Okay.
Yes. The bad. It's more of a trust factor that, what is on the label, is it factual or not factual?
Okay.
I've never been to Laura's farm, and so therefore I really cannot be sure as to if the claims are true or not.
Okay, so same kind of thing as with any product.
Pretty much.
Okay.
The verdict, though, is I'm going to trust her, and I will eat this. However, I always like having more control over the food I'm choosing.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a little farm near me called Benny's Best Meats. What up, Benny? That offers a grass-fed from start to finish.
Okay.
But they also have a version that is primarily grass-fed, but grain-finished. So bottom line is, no matter where you're buying it from, understand what you're buying.
Be careful.
Yes.
Okay. Cool. I think you've made Tony, obviously, and a lot of beef eaters out there very happy with this episode. Keep the submissions coming in. WoodJamieEatIt.com is where you can find us. Has a link to our Facebook and social media sites on there as well. So send us your submissions. #WoodJamieEatIt. Any final thoughts?
Yes. Final challenge is understand where you are buying, or not understand where you're buying it, but what you're getting when you're buying that grass-fed beef. I do recommend it. It may cost a little bit more, but I think it is worth the health benefits.
Right.
Not just what you're getting, but what you're not getting from it as well. So that being said, whether you buy it at a local farm, a farmer's market, or the store, do some research. Understand what you're buying. So that being said, we hope to see you next week.